Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. Tesla now has all the pieces in place. This is checkmate. This weekend, Elon showed off Tesla's version 12 full self-driving neural network, end-to-end neural network that is driving a car. And as Elon said, they are now only compute constrained. And tomorrow, Tesla will turn on a massive computer cluster from NVIDIA on top of Tesla's own Dojo computer. So compute power might be the bottleneck for Tesla, but Tesla is about to widen that bottleneck to a 5-lane highway. There is nothing holding Tesla's neural net back anymore. It is only a matter of time, and that time might be much shorter than you think, as Tesla has the data, the compute power, the end-to-end neural network, and the production at scale ready, but also over 100,000 vehicles ready today to be deployed as robotaxis. No production is even needed for Tesla to have their own robotaxi fleet of more than 100,000 vehicles. No one else has all of this, or even some of it. In this race for autonomy, there is no competition. And as Elon just said, it's nothing but net. So let's check it all out and let's dive right in. So, if you don't get how impressive this is and understand why this is a game, set and match for Tesla, you will probably never get it before you sit in a robotaxi from Tesla, as Tesla has removed every single break there has ever been for their software to get to full self-driving, as it is no longer what we could probably even call software anymore. It is a neural network. It is neural network all the way. They have not programmed the car to do anything. It has simply learned everything it does by watching videos and can drive anywhere on Earth you put it. This stands in very sharp contrast to what Cruise and Waymo are doing with their geofenced areas that need internet connection and LiDAR system that Tesla does not. And it is all done from inside the car, consuming very little energy as well, and can drive literally anywhere a human can drive. And Tesla doesn't need to write more code to tell it what to do. Now the only thing that is left is just showing it more and more videos, so it learns more and more and gets better and better at driving, and eventually surpassing us humans, as we cannot learn from a fleet of 5 million vehicles. To me, this is the point in time we have been waiting for. Nothing is hard-coded anymore, all through data curation, end-to-end video to neural network to controls. Tesla has literally removed the local maximum for good. The only thing left is how fast it can learn. As Elon said, now they are only compute constrained. But Tesla is, in a very big way, making sure that is not the case in the future, and already now they are turning on yet another beast to help them go through even more data. On the 29th of August, Tesla will turn on a massive and very expensive 10,000 unit NVIDIA H100 GPU cluster to help it train their full self-driving network. According to Elon, Tesla will spend over $2 billion in 2023 alone on training computers, and will do so again in 2024. And this NVIDIA CPU cluster is, of course, on top of Tesla's own Dojo computer. So Tesla's computer power they have right now is massive. No one else come close here, and Tesla's Dojo computer is just getting started. From when they turned it on in July until January next year, Tesla will have jumped up tenfold in computer power in their Dojo computer and will triple that again in 2024 with Dojo alone. Next year, Tesla's own Dojo supercomputer is predicted to rank among the most powerful supercomputer globally. This is insane and something that not many people are talking about. It is a massive competitive edge for Tesla and something no one else has in the car industry, or full self-driving game for that matter. They will not be able to compete. And if they could get as much compute power as Tesla and have an end-to-end neural network, which no one else has right now, but even if they could get all that computer power and have a neural network from end to end, no one else has the data to train its neural network with. To get an idea of just how much data Tesla is collecting compared to someone like GM's Cruise, well, GM got over 1 million miles from its fleets 1.5 months, and that was twice as fast as they did get the last million miles. So that's very good, except that because of all the many incidents and crashes the Cruise autonomous vehicles have done in San Francisco over the past months, where the Cruise cars has been blocking traffic, they have been ordered to lower the amount of vehicles on the street. So Cruise only have about half of its fleet in operation right now. So the amount of data they will collect will rapidly shrink over the next couple of months, and the total fleet is only 400 vehicles in San Francisco. Tesla will, on the other hand, get about 1 million miles on full self-driving every single day. And that is on top of all the data collected from the entire fleet in shadow mode, which is much higher. So the amount of data Tesla is collecting makes even the closest competitor look like a joke. But with Tesla now having end-to-end neural network means the only thing holding Tesla back now is the computer power to train its neural network on all that data they are collecting. But I think people will be surprised of how fast this will take off, as Elon said about hardware 3 versus hardware 4, because the resolution is so much better with hardware 4 that they do need to train the neural network again with hardware 4. But with the compute power they have today, Elon says that the hardware 4 software will lag behind the hardware 3 by at least another 6 months. As our focus needs to be on getting full self-driving on hardware 3 working super well and provide internationally. Oh yes, please. But that also means that in only 6 months they will be able to train the neural network to drive using the hardware 4. That is quite quick. So basically 6 months is what it takes to train the next system. And version 12 on the hardware 3, as Elon showed off, is already extremely good, driving very smoothly. So with the compute power Tesla already has today, we should see some exponential growth in the training and capabilities over just the next 3 months. So by the end of this year, we should have full self-driving version 12 coming out of beta, ready for the world to be blown away. As not many people realize just how far ahead Tesla is, as they might have never seen a video of Tesla's beta program and only think Tesla has what we have in the cars here in Europe, for example, which is pretty good, but nothing mind-blowing. But Tesla's version 12 beta software is mind-blowing. So this will definitely change people's perception of Tesla's full self-driving capabilities, in my opinion. But with Tesla's massive computer power they are turning on right now with the new NVIDIA stack and Dojo computer at the same time, I think many people's perception of Tesla's full self-driving software capabilities will almost change, as Tesla is also ready to show the world that they will try to get approval for autonomous driving, probably somewhere in California. So many people that do not follow the Tesla story will almost feel like Tesla went from nothing, or maybe even lagging behind in the race if they believe these useless charts showing Tesla dead last in the full self-driving race, or if they have believed some of the Tesla haters, short sellers. So for them, it looks like Tesla comes from pretty much nothing to having a full self-driving car. This is going to shock the world, because now Tesla is in a place where they're just feeding the neural network with data and nothing else is needed. So basically, like we saw with AlphaGo when it beat the world champion in Go 4-1, but that AI system was then beaten by AlphaGo Zero, the next generation, and that only learned how to play the game by playing against itself over and over again. That was its data, just playing itself over and over again, and it beat the original AlphaGo 1000 to 0. But the most important metric is just how fast it was able to do so. Merely 21 days after commencing its training, it beat the original AlphaGo. This exemplifies the exponential learning curve the AI possesses. So if people still think this is years out, I think it is because they don't understand what it means that Tesla now has an end-to-end neural network and don't understand how much new data Tesla is collecting every single day, combined with the insane amount of compute power Tesla has just turned on today, and how many orders of magnitude that compute power will grow over just the next year. The learning curve we will see from Tesla now is going to look like a line going straight up, and we will not see a local maximum anymore, as there is nothing holding it back. It just needs more data, and is getting an insane amount of data every single day. So to me, this is as clear as day that we will, within months, probably by the end of this year, maybe in the beginning of next year, see Tesla have an autonomous vehicle that can drive all by itself. Then approval for that driverless car is of course another thing altogether, but I expect Tesla to have solved it by the end of this year. And then comes the other part of the equation, again something that no one else has or have even planned for, and that is robotaxi production at scale. Tesla is already there. Tesla will produce close to 2 million cars this year, and they are all capable of being full self-driving cars. They all have the necessary hardware, Tesla's full self-driving chip and all the cameras and the neural network. So Tesla is already at a scale of 2 million full self-driving cars in production today. And you can even, right now, buy that car that will be able to drive itself at some point as cheap as $30,000 including incentive in the US. And Tesla still makes money on that car. And Cruise has 400 vehicles on the street of San Francisco and no plan of hundreds of thousands of vehicles in the near future. As Brian Wang from the Next Big Future also explained, because no one is planning for 1 million robotaxis, no one is ordering the necessary equipment like LiDAR that they need to make their system work. So there would be a hardware constraint for years, even if they solved it today, as there is not enough LiDAR systems being produced in the world to make 1 million autonomous vehicles right now. In 2021, there was about 200,000 LiDARs produced for the autonomous industry. And every autonomous car that is using LiDAR use about 8 LiDARs. So to get to 1 million autonomous vehicles, we would need about 8 million LiDARs being produced. And just 2 years ago, we were only producing less than 3% of that LiDAR that is needed for 1 million autonomous vehicles. So they are nowhere near to have the production of LiDAR in place to make this work on a large scale worldwide. But Tesla has their production at scale. They only need to decide how many of the 2.7 million vehicles next year would they like to make into robotaxis, as they are all autonomous vehicles. This is such a huge difference from anyone else. They could solve it at the same time as Tesla and would still be many years behind Tesla, because then they all have to ramp up production of their autonomous vehicles. And we have just seen how great GM is at ramping up EVs, right? They have been ramping up the Hummer EVs for about 2 years now, and they produce less than a couple of hundred a quarter. But Tesla has another ace up their sleeve, because I think the reason why Tesla will not allow people that have leased their cars to buy them back afterward is because they want them back to become the vehicles they test out their robo-taxis with. So they will have something like 100,000 vehicles to play with straight out of the gate. No production even needed. They have so many advantages that no one else has, as Tesla has been making these chess moves for many years to get to the place we are at today. So no, there is no one else close on being at the same position where Tesla is. And as Artlist said, they do think that the one that solves full self-driving first is the one that will take most of the market. Just as we have seen with pretty much any other software platform, there is one big player that sits on most of the market. And Tesla is sitting with all the cars. They have the production, the supply chain ready at scale. They now have no more breaks or local maximums. As Elon said, it's nothing but net. End-to-end neural network that learns everything from just watching videos. And Tesla has the data from their entire fleet that is closing in on 5 million cars, and now also have the compute power for the neural network to learn in an exponential growth curve we have never seen before. We are so close right now. This is really a game, set and match moment. No one is even close, and Tesla has put all the chess pieces in place. This is checkmate. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.